anyone.
25 pounds of ground chuck, 15 bags of hamburger buns, 28 bags of Tostitos, 10 packs of Pepsi, and some barbecue tongs.
You pick the time, you drive up, and go.
With Tom Thumb's Drive Up and Go, anyone has time in their schedule to go grocery shopping. Just a few clicks away, and you can feed your team.
Everyone can be a grocery pro bowler with Tom Thumb's Drive Up and Go. Download the app or try an online order to get started today.
This is the Dallas Cowboys pregame show, brought to you by
Alleman's Dairy, the official milk of the Dallas Cowboys. Arrow Exterminators, official pest control provider of the Dallas Cowboys. Blockchain.com. Invest like your icons with Blockchain.com. Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. And by DallasCowboys.com. Keep track of the boys with daily podcasts and up-to-the-minute blogging at DallasCowboys.com and on the official Dallas Cowboys app.
Here's Eric Giafalo and Brian Broaddus.
34 minutes away from kickoff here at Landover, Maryland, Northwest Stadium. Cowboys and Commanders. Zach Wolchuk with Super Bowl winning scout Brian Broaddus. And we're going to send things over to Northwest Stadium. Christy Scales standing by with Jerry Jones. And your view from the owner's box brought to you by Yeti, official cooler of the Dallas Cowboys and the DCC.
Well, guys, we are having a holiday party here in the nation's capital, a Netflix party, not just the game going on, but Gabe, who produced the show with Jerry. Welcome, Merry Christmas. Jerry, what does this mean, the partnership with Netflix?
Well, it's so important to sports, certainly to the NFL. But this can become such a tradition for the NFL that exceeds the coverage that we've ever done, because it's going worldwide. He was just telling me that one of our favorite Netflix people is watching from Dubai, and so it's going straight into Dubai. But when you look at the kind of breadth of the ability of Netflix to show the kind of interest and the nuances of the game, and it's about first downs, but it's about more than that. And it's about these guys playing. Every one of them probably talk to their families tonight and talking Christmas trees, and yet go out here and compete. Netflix can tell that story. I'm excited about the fact that not only Christmas Day, but we have a great future in sports and football with Netflix.
Gabe, have you ever been surprised by the insatiable appetite of the NFL fan, the Cowboy fan, not just for the X's and O's, but the stories behind the scenes?
That's right. It's been an incredible partnership with Jerry and the entire Cowboys organization on America's team, America's sweethearts. And now there's no greater wish for Netflix fans around the world than to have the Cowboys on Christmas. So we're just so thankful for the partnership and hoping for more to come.
Jerry, what does it mean for you? This is the 6th time the Cowboys have played on Christmas, the 5th since you've owned the team. But you look in the stands, and it's always been great Cowboy support here in the nation's capital, but that they're taking their holiday, and for many of them, this is the Christmas gift to each other to come here.
Well, I want certainly the Washington team to have all of the support in this area. But I hate to tell them, but we sell more memorabilia in Washington than we do any place outside Texas, and so we got a lot of fans here. Always do have a lot of fans here at the stadium, and that makes everybody enjoy being up here. I did have Christmas Eve in one of those Christmases together, and I had like beam birds. I had these porcelain sculptures made of Santa Claus, and they were maybe a foot high and maybe 10 inches wide, of Santa and his packages. And I dressed up like Santa Claus and went around to all of the rooms the night before on Christmas Eve, and I was kind of Santa Claus at that time. Now, I don't know how much the players got out of that. I think a lot. I can't tell you the times we've talked about it. I know this one got so much out of it, I'll never forget it. A lot of fun.
Okay, we'll give you the last word. What's coming up next for the Cowboy fans? We know season 3 of America's Sweethearts. What else?
That's right. That's coming soon. The other thing that's coming is a win today on on Christmas, so hopefully everyone looks forward to that.
Well, thanks, guys. That'll do it. A visit from the owner's box as we continue counting down to Cowboys and Commanders on Christmas Day. Let's rejoin Zach and Brian.
Thank you so much, Christy. Jerry
What did
there.
he just say?
He dressed up as Santa, and the players might have liked it, might have not. I don't know.
Was he handing out like gifts and stuff?
I think so. I think he was like Jolly St. Nick. I'd love to see that. Jerry in the full garb, just handing out gifts.
Just walking around like knocking on the doors and handing out stuff.
I wonder if he put like one of the fat suits on to try and give himself the belly and everything. It's incredible.
You never know what you're going to get with Christy and Jerry.
Never.
By the way, Netflix does do a hell of a job.
Fantastic, and I'm sure the broadcast will be outstanding today.
I know they watch you in Saudi Arabia, too. I've seen that firsthand.
And, of course, the American Sweethearts, the Cowboys cheerleader show, awesome. And I know my wife loves it. All right, let's get to know the Zebras. All right, the Zebra Report here brought to you by Arrow Exterminators, the official pest control provider of the Dallas Cowboys. Brian, you pride us on this information every week. Yeah. What do we got today?
Well, you got Brad Rogers and his crew about mid-pack when it comes to the officiating from this school. If I remember correctly, though, I think you've had some pretty good success with Brad Rogers as your guy. He is he's one of those guys that occasionally will get the weird penalty. Okay. You might get a leverage.
Never seen that before.
Yeah, you're like, whoa, what a leverage call? What's going on with there? But with Brad Rogers, like I say, he's officiated 14 games this season so far. He's going to get the lead off the Christmas Day lineup here. Offensive holding is something you will need to worry about in this game. Tends to favor calling more holding penalties on the home team than the away team. So keep an eye on that one. Defensive holding is another one that his crew, and so that comes in a couple of different ways. It can be on the outside with the receivers. It could be maybe with something with the defensive linemen too, of holding and keeping blockers from getting up to second level. But it is a pretty prevalent number for him. That's something you usually don't see too high on a lot of guys' list. Unnecessary roughness would be the next one. He's not going to let you lose control of this football game. Here's defensive pass interference. Been much more for the calls that they've made, much more against the visiting teams than the home teams. And as we always like to keep an eye on, delay of game.
Sure.
He's officiated 14 games this season. 10 games they've had a delay of game penalty on that. So this
You're watching that clock.
Yeah, he'll watch it, and Dak has played at this stadium, so he knows where all the clocks are. Have to be very mindful, though, of if you're shoddy, getting plays in. Don't want to burn unnecessary timeouts, but Brad Rogers' crew will call a delay of game penalty on you. Here's a special teams penalty that you don't see too often, but this crew seems to call it, is the illegal block above the waist. So, you get the blocks in the back, you get the blocks that, where you're pushing guys in your bad body positions, stuff like that. Need to be mindful of that on special teams. And then I want to also focus on with illegal use of the hands. So that could be to the face and that could be to the outside. So kind of a mixed bag for Brad Rogers and the crew. As I mentioned, mid pack when it comes to the number of calls that they make throughout. Be mindful of the offensive holdings and the unnecessary roughness, plus the delay of games.
All right, let's go inside the booth with Brad Sham. We'll get our keys to the game with Christy Scales. You're listening to the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
At Batteries Plus, we don't just sell batteries, we recycle them too. So don't toss your old ones. They're packed with critical materials we can reuse. Come in and recycle old lithium batteries found in your power tools, power banks, wearables, and small electronics. You'll score a chance to win Cowboys tickets, a VIP experience, and more. Join America's team and recycle with Batteries Plus, the official battery recycling partner of the Dallas Cowboys. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
Let's go Cowboys!
For decades, the Dallas Cowboys have been America's team.
Sit. Dropping back and looking left. He's got a man open deep.
And Globe Life has been offering insurance to families in America for more than 125 years.
Touchdown! What a play! Perfect execution when it mattered most.
That's why millions of families trust Globe Life to help protect what matters most.
Let's go Cowboys!
Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
Fly to Philly, take off to Tampa, depart for Denver. Following your team on the road is more rewarding with the American Airlines Advantage program. Your flights and everyday spend not only earn you miles toward your next trip, but also loyalty points toward Advantage status. All the more reason to purchase both a home and away jersey. With status comes great benefits like priority boarding, free check bags, and complimentary upgrades. Not a member? Enroll for free today at AA.com. American Airlines, you are why we fly. Terms and conditions apply.
Don't fumble your wax routine. This season, not only are the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders hitting the field with smooth moves, but with smooth skin and cowboy confidence.
hate it because when you get across the other 40, the depth perception disappears, and it's almost impossible to tell the difference between the 35 and the 25. So for years, we are right next to instant replay. And for years, I used to look in there. I would go in there when we got here and say, hey, look, guys, we're Dallas Radio right next to you. And when you see me looking into your booth, I'm not trying to steal any information. I'm trying to figure out where in the frickin' field they are.
Yeah.
But now, thanks to the genius of Tim Parker, our technical director, we've got a truck monitor, so we see what the television truck is feeding out. So I'll be able to follow it that way. But yes, I absolutely abhor this booth. I hate it.
Brad,
you asked.
Brad, what is your favorite memory about this series?
Oh, good golly. 79.
79. I was about to say the Staubach. I'm wearing a Roger Staubach T-shirt today.
It's a good-looking shirt.
Yeah, so that's still partly because of where I was. I was in my third year, Brian, and I was working with Vern Lundquist, my dear great friend.
Yeah.
But I was doing color. But Vern, so it's December. I'll try to stay in the time. I promise. It's December 79. It's the last game of the regular season.
Yeah.
It's at Texas Stadium. The winner's going to win the division. The loser might miss the playoffs, which wound up happening to Washington. Vern's in Japan doing a boxing tournament on ABC television with Sugar Ray Leonard. So Charlie Waters is out for the year with a knee injury suffered in Seattle in preseason. He's doing color with me for that game. And it's a game that went back and forth. I'm sure there were half a dozen Hall of Famers on the field. My favorite play in 47 years of doing this is Larry Cole stopping John Riggins on a sweep.
Yep.
Which same play Riggins had broken for a 66-yard touchdown earlier in the game.
Yep.
And Larry Cole, who could not outrun John Riggins in his wildest dreams, diagnosed by the movement, I've talked to Larry about this, by the foot movements and hand movements of the center. He diagnosed what they were going to do. He beat Riggins to the edge. He threw him for a loss. Dallas had no timeouts. Washington had to punt. Inside 2 minutes, Staubach, who was without Drew Pearson and without Tony Dorsett that day, both injured, Staubach goes beep, 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 beep to Preston Pearson and Tony Hill, and they get down, and he throws the tying pass. There's 6 down, throws the tying pass to Tony Hill with in goal-to-go range with 2 seconds left. Rafael Septien kicks the extra point. Cowboys win by 1.
Yep.
And that's still the best football game I've ever seen.
Amazing. Brad, have a tremendous call. We can't wait to catch up with you in post game.
Thanks, boys. Merry Christmas. Talk to you afterwards.
Merry Christmas, sir. Let's get our keys to the game from Christy Scales, brought to you by Pollock Aurora, proud supplier of the Dallas Cowboys. And Christy, do you have a follow-up for what we were talking about earlier with the plan for Diggs today?
Yeah, because he was getting fewer reps in practice this week, and was told that may be an indication he could be getting fewer reps in the game, but now I'm told no, he's going to get the plan. He's going to start along with Savone Revel on the outside. Reddy Stewart will play inside in the slot, as we mentioned earlier, but they just were being careful with that knee, even though it was limited practice week with a short week. They'll just keep an eye on it, but because last week was his first game coming back off of IR with that sore knee. So we'll look for Diggs to get same as what he did last week. They're just being mindful. The other thing is we're going to look for Shamar James to get a whole bunch more snaps this week. He'll be stepping in for DeMarvion Overshown. He'll be missing the game because of concussion. And then one thing we were wondering about is the field conditions. Natural grass field. We had some light rain earlier, but it didn't last long. And talking with Brandon Aubrey, who is not one that throws a lot of verbal bouquets, but he says this field is actually fantastic. And we have a beautiful day. The sun just came out. It's 53 degrees. It's kind of breezy, so the feels like temperature is more like 45. But now that the sun is up, sun is out, it's warming up, and I think everyone's shedding those large outer coats, and we're just going to go with some windbreakers down here. So a glorious day for football in the nation's capital.
Christy, is there one way that's better kicking than the other with the breeze?
No, it's not. It's a little bit of a crosswind, and with the breeze, it's really more those flags at the top of the stadium. It's just enough to keep it kind of chilly down here, but it should not affect the kicking game, Brian.
Okay. Christy, appreciate it. Always a wealth of information. Have a tremendous call, and we'll visit with you soon.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Brian.
There she goes, Christy Scales, always bringing us the scoop. All right, Brian.
It's like the end of the world going on there.
There's a lot of noise. Hey, we're getting ready for a Christmas Day game here.
Yeah.
What are your predictions for how this one's going to unfold, Brian?
I honestly feel like this game is, I want to believe that Dallas could go run away with this, but I just don't trust Dallas's defense. I'm not going to pick the Commanders, but I think this is going to be a pretty close game. I kind of feel like maybe Dallas 28, Commanders 24.
Yeah, I'll just go 31-27 Cowboys. I do think ultimately when you have Dak Prescott, that should be enough for you to get this win against Josh Johnson, but you never know what to expect with this Dallas Cowboys defense. All right, we send things out to Brad, Babe, Christy. We'll be back with the halftime show and your post-game show right here. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas, everybody. Dallas Cowboys football will continue in a moment.
Cowboys fans, here's the game plan. Touchdown Tuesday at Take 5 Oil Change. Just wear your Cowboys gear and save 25% on your oil change. No huddle, no overtime. Just drive in, stay in your car, and roll out. You'll